Good morning. My name's Dana, and for the next hour we're going to do a more vigorous flow focusing on the shape of the figure 4. So I hope you enjoy this. Remember, as we go through our flow this morning, all that I'm saying are basically just suggestions for you so that you need to be the captain of your own ship. You know how you're feeling. I don't, I can't see you. So I would need you to be mindful of where you are in your practice and how you're actually feeling in the moment. So if I give you a suggestion, it's only that, a suggestion. You don't have to do any of this. I will give you modification for poses. If you've got some blocks, if you don't have your blocks yet, feel free to grab them. If you don't have blocks, and you can use a book. Let's see, what else? I am thrilled to be teaching. I love teaching, and it just gives me joy. Teaching, practicing yoga gives me a great deal of joy. Seeing actual students, it gives me immense joy, but we're not quite there yet. So hopefully when COVID is a memory, we'll be able to make memories again in mass together, because I think we all miss just breathing the same air without a mask. But this is where we are, and we need to be careful and thoughtful while enjoying where we are. It is our reality. So here we're reaching out. We've got plenty of classes coming to you, and enjoy. All right, so find a comfortable seat. Move the flesh away from the sits bones. Place your hands on your thighs, palms face up. Back of the neck is long, and feel free to close your eyes. As you close your eyes, feel the shoulders over the hips, drawing the sacrum slightly forward, lifting the pelvic floor and feeling the energy travel up the center line of the body, the sushumna, all the way up as you grow. Keeping that length, that energy. We're going to focus on what many of you know, if you have been my students in the past. I like to practice energy looping with the breath. So this morning we're going to inhale the breath up the front body, and then we're going to exhale it down the back body, and we're going to feel it travel underneath the floor, inhaling it up the front body again, and exhaling, and just continuing to create this loop of prana around the body. All right, so you can close your eyes. I'm sure you opened them while I was talking and moving my hands around my body. Feel free to close your eyes, and as you inhale, feel the breath moving up the front body, up, 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 up. And as you exhale, feel it drawing down the back body. Traveling under the floor, and then inhaling it up, and exhaling it down. Inhaling it up, exhaling it down, inhaling it up, exhaling it down, again up, and down, and up, and down. Good, open your eyes up. So what we're going to do now, keeping that motion engaged, we're going to inhale up the front body. We're going to hold at the top for a count of 3. we're going to exhale down down the back body. And I'm going to take you through that a number of times. And then we're going to add the hold at the base of the exhalation. So when you hold at the base of the exhalation, what I want you to do is you're going to exhale fully, and then you're going to force the breath out. And in forcing the breath out, you might engage your bandhas, your mula bandha, your uddiyana, and your chalandara bandha. It just may engage. When you sit in that space, there's a beautiful space. You know, you'll be able to compare the space at the top with the space at the bottom. But the space at the bottom, at least for me, is, it's just beautiful. It is calm, it's quiet, and it's very receptive. It's a very open space. So, again, we're going to go through this together. So find a comfortable seat. If you need to change the cross of your legs, go ahead. And I'll go ahead and count you on your inhale and exhale so that we know when we're going to get to the hold at the top and eventually the hold and the forcing out of the breath at the base of the exhalation. So, comfortable seat. We're going to go ahead and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale down the back body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up the front body for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Force the breath out. And hold there. Release, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Force the breath out and hold. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Force the breath out all the way and sit. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Regular breath. like that. And notice the difference between the hold at the top of the breath, at the top of the inhalation, and the hold, the forcing out of the breath at the base of the exhalation. All right, let's go ahead and come into our table position. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers are spread like starfish, toes are tucked under. As you exhale, curve and round, take the spine up to the sky. And inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. Again, exhaling, curving and rounding, pushing the hands down and forward. And inhaling. One more time. Exhaling, curving and rounding. Inhaling, belly drops. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder, left hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, right shoulder, right hip together. Inhale through center. As you exhale, curve and round, take the spine up to the sky. Keep the curve through the spine as you take your hips back to your heels. Keeping that curve through the spine, go ahead and bring your hands back towards your feet. Hold on to your feet. Pull those feet towards you as you draw your head closer toward the ground and closer towards your knees. Keeping the curve through the spine. Shoulders away from the ears. Good. And release, coming back in through your table. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder, right hip forward. Inhale through center. And exhaling, left shoulder, left hip together. Inhaling through center. We're going to come onto our left side and draw back on the bowstring. Very good. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then this top hand, you're going to reach down and grab for the right foot. And just hold on to the right foot as you open the chest up. Energy through the outer blade of the extended leg foot. And release that foot. Come back into your table. Exhale, curve and round spine up to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. Bring your hands one hand's distance. As you exhale, cat bow. Inhaling up. Exhale, take it back to your puppy pose, stretching the side body. And then inhale up through your table. We're going to go to the second side. So you're going to extend the right leg long. Draw back on the bowstring. Opening the chest up. Reaching long and tall, pushing the hand into the mat. And then you're going to look down, you're going to reach for the foot, and you're going to lift it up. And continue to open the chest up, drawing the hips forward. Outer blade of the foot is rooting through the mat. You're lifting the inner arch of that extended leg foot. And then look down, release that foot, come back into your table position. Exhale, curve and round, take the spine up to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder, right hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, switching sides. Inhale through center. Again, move your hands one hand's distance. And we're going to go into that cat bow, Ashtanga Namaskara, 8 points. And now lift the knees up off the ground. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it all the way down, tops the feet on the mat. Roll the shoulders back. Bhujangasana. Exhale all the way down, let the shoulders shrug toward the ground, and then roll them up. Bhujangasana. Exhaling all the way down one more time. Roll those shoulders up. Bhujangasana. Exhaling all the way down. You're going to bring the left knee way up toward the left arm, and you're going to sweep the right underneath, walking it far over to the left. left arm way beyond the fingertips. Draw back on the bowstring. So again, we're kind of playing with this figure 4 shape, but we're going to do a little bit of a twist. Continuing to wake up the body this morning. The hand travels over the body, along the arm, past the hand, and then draw back, touching your arm, touching your chest, opening it up. I'm hitting my wall, but normally the arm would be reaching straight and long. Letting the hips shift, you can see that your legs are in a bit of a figure 4 while we're twisting and moving. One more time, just like that. And you're going to come back onto your bellies and you're going to switch sides. So, right knee moves up, left arm underneath, walk that arm far over to the right, and then draw back on the bowstring, opening the chest, and swing that arm along your body parts, moving beyond the other hand, and drawing back. The hip gets to shift here, opening it up. As you inhale, exhale closes it down. Inhale opens it up. Exhale closes it down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale opening it up. Exhale closing it down. Then coming onto your bellies. You can stack your hands and we'll windshield wiper the legs. Very good. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Spread the fingers like starfish. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the hips up. Press up through your table and back to your puppy pose. Forehead on the ground. Then from here, inhale up through your table and you're going to sweep the right foot forward. We're going to be in a low lunge. So drop the hips down. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, hands land, hips back, toes to the sky. So with the toes to the sky, we're going to internally rotate the leg. So you're bringing the foot down toward the ground, starting at the head of the femur bone at the top of the hip. And then externally rotate it, and internally rotate it, and externally rotate it. Internal, lean yourselves forward. Take it to the outside, staying forward. And then bring your hips down, raise the arms up. And exhale, hands land, hips back. Start with the external rotation this time, leaning yourselves forward. And then the internal rotation. And the external rotation. And the internal. And bringing it back up. And exhaling. We're going to go back into our table position. Exhale, curve and round spine up to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder, right hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, switching sides. Inhale through center. We're now going to sweep the left foot forward, coming into that low lunge. Drop the hips down, pushing the foot down, knee is over the ankle. And inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, hands land, take the hips back. And we're going to do that internal and external rotation. So internally rotate the leg, starting at the head of the femur bone, so it's starting from up here. As you sit forward, and then move it outward, and inward, and outward. Bring it to the midline, drop it down, arms up, Anjaneyasana, and then bring the hands down, hips back. Take the foot to the inside, and to the outside. And to the inside, bending forward. Bring it up through center, drop the hips down, going back up, and then bring the hands down, step back to your table. Exhale, curving around spine up to the sky, shake the head in the no direction, in the yes direction. Take your hands one hand's distance forward, and inhale up through your table, exhale, chest chin forward, drop it all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, Bhujangasana. Exhale all the way down. Bring the left knee up, right arm underneath. Draw back on the bowstring, twisting open. Draw it down. We're going to switch sides. Right knee, twisting open. Taking it down. Coming back onto our bellies, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, press up through your table, and back to your puppy pose. Forehead on the ground. Very nice. Inhaling up. As you exhale, take the hips back and come into your downward facing dog. Shake the head in the no direction. And in the yes direction. Good. Inhale forward into your plank. From your plank, press back to your dog. Back to your plank. Back to your dog. One more time to your plank. And then back to your dog. Good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring one knee to an elbow. So come forward, knee to an elbow. Take it back. Knee to opposite elbow. Take it back. Well, knee to same elbow, opposite leg, sorry. So, knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Can we see the figure 4 kind of coming in here? Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Good. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Place the backs of the hands on the ground. Shake the head in the no direction, folding forward. And in the yes direction. Good. Walk the hands forward again. Coming into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we're going to come into a figure 4. So, go ahead and lift the right leg up, stack the hips, exhale, bend the knee, point the toes behind you. Inhale, take it up, and then place that foot at the inner thigh. And then bring it forward into a tree plank. And take it back. And bring it forward. And take it back. And bring it forward. And take it back. And bring it forward. And plant the foot. And we'll move to the second side. Inhale, left leg up, stacking. Exhale, bend the knee, point the toes behind you. Inhale, take it up. As you exhale, place that foot at the inner thigh. Bring it forward. Take it back. Bring it forward. Take it back. So you're moving from the belly here. Bring it forward. Take it back. Last time. Bring it forward. And take it back. Plant the foot. Bring the knees down. Child's pose. Make fists with the hands and rotate through the wrists. Rotate the wrists in the other direction. Good. Come back into your table position. Good. So from here we're going to take the left knee and put it by the right or the left wrist. But we're going to stay up. All right. So in this up position, as opposed to coming down into your pigeon, bringing this hip down, we're going to raise the opposite leg up off the ground. Circle the ankle. Circle the ankle in the other direction. Fingers are spread. And we're going to bring the back of the foot onto the mat. We're going to pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk that foot back, coming into a pigeon. So just enjoy your pigeon. We're just going to stay here for a few breaths. Maybe you fall onto the hip. Maybe you just rotate, get the muck out of that hip. So move side to side. Good, we can turn this into a twist by lifting up the extended leg and reaching around for it. Bringing it closer to the glute. Hopefully smiling. And then release. We're going to go back to our table. From our table, exhale, curve and round, take the spine up to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. Again, exhaling, curving and rounding. Inhaling. Good job. Come back through center. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder, right hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, switching sides. Inhale through center. So we're going to take now the right knee and bring it forward. Okay, we're going to stay up. We're going to bring ourselves forward. Top of the foot is on the mat. And we're going to raise the left leg up to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it back. Walk it back, walk it back, walk it back. Coming into your pigeon, second side. Again, we're not staying here too long. So enjoy your pigeon. Maybe take your hands off the ground. Just play a little bit. But we're still playing with, this would be a flipped open figure 4 maybe, your pigeon, possible. If you'd like to go farther, then you can bend the back knee, reach for the foot and turn this into a bit more of a twist, a twisted pigeon. Or stay in your pigeon. Good, release that foot. Hands land, and let's step back to our dog this time, and walk your dog. Good. From your dog, inhale forward into your plank. From your plank, you can knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. From your chaturanga, inhale to your Urdhva Mukha, your upward facing dog, and roll over the toes, coming into your downward facing dog. Press the hands down and forward, shoulders to the outer side, body heels toward the ground, hips to the sky. Good, bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, take the right leg up, stack the right hip on top of the left. As you exhale, bend the knee, point the toes behind you. Inhale, take it up, and as you exhale, sweep it forward and come into our Virabhadrasana 1. So you have your feet are as wide as your hips. Back heels reaching back, toes forward, drop the hips down. Your hips are like headlights. They should be shining straight forward. All right, drop the hips, knee tracks over the middle toe. Inhale, take the arms up. Shoulders moving down away from the ears. And then interlace the fingers behind the back. Bring the backs of the hands down, away from the shoulders. And as you exhale, drop your bodies forward. Over the thigh, trying to bring the head closer toward the ground. Holding it here, breathing hopefully with some ease. Exploring, maybe you bring your hands to the ground, because we're just trying to get our chest and our head down closer to the ground. So if you need stability and bring your hands to the ground. If you're okay, you can take your hands off the ground and interlace them behind you and overhead. Right hips reaching back, left hips reaching forward. And then bring the hands down. Inhale, come all the way up. Heel toe, or bring the forward foot in so that we have the heel arch alignment. And we're going to come into our extended side angle. So we'll go to the first position, which is elbow on the thigh. Knee is over the ankle. And we'll draw back on the bowstring, reaching the arm up. And then we'll take it overhead, dropping the hips. Nice. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down. Step back to your dog. Inhale forward into your plank. As you exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhaling, Adho Mukha. Good, big toes touch. Inhale, take the left leg up. Stack the left hip on top of the right. As you exhale, bend the knee, point the toes behind you. Inhale, take that leg up. And as you exhale, sweep it through into your Virabhadrasana 1 second side. So remember, the feet are hip distance apart because we want the hips to be facing forward. So if you're on a tightrope, you might be shifting the hips open a little bit. So bring it over so that you can drop the hips, falling into the forward leg. The root of the posture is the outer edge of the back foot. Lift the inner arch. And then raise the arms up. Drop it down a little bit more. Good, then interlace the opposite finger on top. Bring the hands back, opening the chest. And allow your bodies to draw down beyond the forward thigh. Trying to get the head closer to the ground. So that left hip reaches back, the right hip reaches forward. Your hands may be on the ground, they may be on blocks. Whatever helps you find the stability here in this posture. Let the head go. Good, then bring the hands down. Adjust your stance so you have heel arch alignment. I'm sorry, my back's going to be towards you. Drop the hips down. We're going to come into our extended side angle. So drop the hips. Knee is over the ankle. Energy through that extended leg, outer foot. And reach the arm overhead. Chest is open, dropping the head, dropping the hips, reaching to the outer edge of that back foot, and lengthening to the tips of the fingers. And then bring the hands down, stepping back to your dog, inhaling forward into your plank. From your plank, pelvic crunches for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to roll into our Vashisthasana. So I'm going to face you. Draw back on the bowstring. Opportunity here, so we can go into our figure 4, Vashisthasana tree. So, Vriksasana. So you can bring the foot down, or bring the foot to the inner groin. And there you're in your plank tree. When you're ready to bring it down, plant the foot, plant the hand, step back to your dog, and walk your dog before we move to the second side. Shifting those hips. And inhale forward into your plank, side plank. So second side. Again, I apologize for my back being to you. You can stay here or plant the foot into a modified Vashisthasana Vriksasana, side plank tree, or bring the foot up onto the inner thigh into a plank tree. Lifting the hips up like you've got a string attached to a cloud. And that cloud's lifting you higher. And then bring the hand down. Go back to your dog. Take your feet as wide as your mat. We're going to twist. Left hand grabs for the right ankle. Twisting underneath the body. And come back through center. And twist the other direction. And come back through center. And we're going to come to standing. All right. Adjust my clothing. We're going to come into tree pose. So, rooting down in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Rooting through those feet. Imagine those feet are roots and they're just spreading through the ground. You're going to put more weight through the right foot, lift the left heel off the ground. You can put the foot at the inner calf, or you can start to lift it up. And as you lift it up, you're rooting down. As you're rooting down to the standing foot, you're lifting up off of the hip girdle. So bring the foot up, hands to your heart center. And again, we've been working on the previous class and in this class, external rotation of this bent leg. It's moving back. As it's moving back, you're drawing the glute forward. And you're lifting up, lifting that pelvic floor, feeling the strength move all the way up to the center of your head. Grow your branch up to the sky. Maybe you grow your branches out nice and long. Good. And then we're going to go from our tree to a bird that goes in a tree. We'll go into our eagle, so release that leg, wrap the leg and the foot around the calf. Opposite arm underneath, coming into an eagle. A thing of beauty and fun and power and strength. Good. From your eagle, unwind those arms. Plant the foot. Here we are in that beautiful figure 4 again. Bring your hands to your heart center. With grace and control, slowly, 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 sit yourselves down. Elbows onto the leg. And breathe. Easy gaze. Relaxing the shoulders. Hopefully you're smiling. Good. Release the foot, folding forward, and just walk your forward fold. Switch the weight. Lifting up one heel and then the other. Letting the head go. Good. Bend the knees, roll up, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. All right, hot dog, ready for the second side. So, again, you're in your Tadasana, big toes are touching, you're rooting down, you're lifting up, sacrum's drawing forward, quads back. And your feet are rooting through the ground. Out, out, out. To the Pacific Ocean, to the Atlantic Ocean. And all the way around the world. All right, so we're going to root down now through this left foot. Bring the right heel off the ground. You can stay here. Every day, balance feels a little bit different. So be mindful. This is where your awareness and your intention get to marry up. Bring the foot to the calf. You can stay here, focusing on the positioning, drawing this glute forward, externally rotating this knee. If you'd like to go farther, lift the foot up as high as it'll go. Press the foot into the groin. Press the groin into the foot. Hands at your heart center, relax the shoulders. Rooting down, lifting up. Grow your branch up to the top of to the sky. Reaching for the sun and the stars and everything beyond. Then maybe you grow your branches. And then bring your branches back up. And bring your hands back to your heart center. And release that leg. We're going to go into our eagle. So wrap that around the other, opposite arm underneath. Lift the elbows up. Push the elbows together to broaden the chest. Drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Sitting yourself down in your beautiful eagles. Again, strong, dynamic, still, observing, and very powerful. Regal even. Then unwind those arms. Figure 4 legs. Bring your hands to your heart center. And go ahead and sit yourselves down. Take your time. There's no hurry. Elbows onto the thigh. So we're enjoying this figure 4 shape in many different positions. Standing, laying on our bellies, supine, prone. It's all wonderful. And then bring your hands down, bring your feet together, toe balance. Oh, lovely. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lifting the pelvic floor, feeling that energy again. Move all the way up to the center of your crown of your head. We're going to twist. We're going to bring the left elbow on the right thigh, lifting the chest up, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And again, lift those arms up. And as you exhale, twisting the other direction, pressing the elbow into the thigh, lifting up off the hip girdle, moving those shoulders away from your ears. Enjoying your balance, a little closer to the ground. And then release. Bring your knees down and tap out the tops of your feet. Cross your ankles, sit back onto your bottoms. We're going to go back into Ajna Sirsasana, but I think we're going to turn it just into a figure 4. So cross the foot over and just breathe here. It might be feeling quite alive, very awakened through that left hip. Energy through the right heel. Gently, energetically draw from the head of the femur bone that knee closer to the ground. It's probably not going to move too much, but you're going to feel something. You've got dorsiflexion through both feet, and we're going to ease our bodies forward. Oh my goodness. That's sort of deliciously kind of painful. Breathing with ease. And then walk it back. Extend that leg long. Massage the legs. Bend the knees, massage the back of the leg, rub it down. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So, figure 4, just placing the foot on top of the extended leg, active feet, active legs, and work on that external rotation of this bent knee. And as you do, ease yourselves forward and just feel where you feel. Feel what you feel. Letting the sits bones travel back as you ease your body forward. Good, and coming back again. Massage it. All right, so we're going to go back into a little bit of a balance. We're going to be nice and low to the ground. So I hope that you enjoy this. But what we're going to do is we're going to be from a folded forward position. You're going to bring the foot up into a figure 4. All right? So we got this. And then you're going to bend and sit. So the heel of your foot is between your butt cheeks. And you're going to play with your balance here. So maybe you take a finger off the ground. But be mindful of the pelvic floor, lifting the pelvic floor, trying to get the shoulders over the hips as you try to balance. Taking one hand, both hands, no hands off the ground. Easy gaze. And play. When you've had enough of that side, just come onto your bottoms, legs long, shake it out. Again, massage the legs, rub them, love them up. You know you need to go to the second side. And you can do this on your back if you're like, Dana, my balance today, I'm not feeling it. You can do all of this on your back. You can do your figure 4 this way, your Apanasana. All right, this is perfectly a beautiful position to be in. Very relaxing, you're still getting the stretch, you're just not doing so much of the balance. But we're getting into the same places. So it's a very, very similar pose. All right, so starting from your forward fold, or again, feel free to be on your backs. It's perfectly a beautiful exploration. We're going to now switch sides, so I believe that would be the left foot or the right foot over. Drop yourselves down. Find that happy place. Wherever you are, it's going to be a happy place. This is better than going to Disneyland, folks. I mean, how often do you get to do this? And then say, hey, I can take my hands up off the ground. Not very often. I need to move back, sorry. All right. So again, enjoy the exploration. Wherever you are. Some of you can even turn this into an arm balance, but we won't do arm balance. If you were to do it, you'd come forward, hook this forward foot over the leg, and then bring the back leg up. But I'm in the wrong position here. But if that's part of your practice, feel free to go for it. But if it's not part of your practice, do not do not attempt it. Good, I think that's about all I've got on that leg. That's my weaker leg. Need to build strength. Note to self. Continue. Continue on the journey. All right, go ahead. Rub your legs. Massage your feet. Ankles. Good, we're going to come into our Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, bring the hips forward. We've done this earlier today. Lift the chest up, open up those feet. Drawing the knees closer to the ground. Good, we're going to get weighted through the sits bones and lift the feet up off the ground as if you're reading a book. And then bring the left foot down, take the right heel in the right hand, bring it up, energy through the back of the leg, and again we can turn this into another balance by bringing the foot into the inner leg. We were kind of in this position earlier, but we weren't balancing on our bottoms. So chest is broad, lifting yourselves up. The trunk is also very long and tall. And then plant the foot. Bring the other foot in. And just windshield wiper the legs side to side before we move to the second side. Good. All right, so second side. We went ahead and we bent. We have the right leg bent. You're going to extend the left leg long. Energy through the heel, so you're feeling this beautiful length through the back of the leg. And then, balancing on your sits bones, bring the opposite leg in to come into this sort of figure four, wide-legged Janu Sirsasana on your bottom, balance, kind of a thing. There might be a name for it, I'm not really sure. But basically the theme of today's class was having fun with a tree pose figure four. So here we go. Lovely. We're going to come on to our backs. And just take an easy tree pose here. Take the arms overhead, stretching. Make it a lazy tree, a lazy figure four. So the belly is soft. You're not efforting on any external rotation of the legs, just sort of falling open. And then bring the knees into the chest. As you exhale, head and shoulders up off the mat. And then head and shoulders back. We're going to go into that lazy figure four, second side. Just allowing gravity to draw that knee toward the ground with no effort on your part. Just let it happen. Then bring the knees into the chest. Take your knees wide. Let gravity help, spreading the lower back onto the mat. No more effort than just this. Just feel the spaciousness of the back body, landing evenly, the right side to the left side, top of the back, tip of the sacrum. Eyes can close. And then extend one leg long, piercing the ground with the heel. Do the same with the opposite leg. Robot arms, roll the shoulders under, release the hands, palms face up, relax the legs. Shavasana. Soften the belly. Arms are heavy. Throat is soft. Lids are smooth. As you relax the space between the brows. Begin to bring your awareness deeper in the spaces of your bodies by deepening your breath, licking your lips and swallowing, and gently rock the head side to side. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes and stretch the arms overhead, stretching long and tall from the tips of the fingers down to the bottoms of the toes. And then bring one knee into the chest, giving it a hug. Bring the other knee in, giving both knees a hug, appreciating your bodies for the magnificent gifts that they are to you and that you are each one of us. Then let go of your knees and roll to your side. And while you're there on your side, think of 3 things you're grateful for today. And then, keeping your eyes closed, press yourself up to a comfortable dynamic seat. Bring your hands together at your heart center in Lunge Mudra. We'll share a breath, so exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Bow your head. Honor yourself, your community, this tradition of yoga. Hands to the brow, signifying right thoughts. To lips for right words. And to the heart for right actions. Namaste.